I know. I mean, I've seen the show, so
Yeah.
it's not like it's a secret, but I do want to see it.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I don't know. A lot of people were like, "Oh, Ariana, this is Ariana's movie. The first one was Cynthia's movie," as far as like the acting chops and whatever. And I'm like, interesting turn, because in the show it doesn't really feel that way. But people are like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be her nomination." I'm like, okay, if you think so.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about all that.
I don't know about all that.
You're like, first of all,
I have some things to say.
We'll dish. Okay.
No, it was good though. I did like it. It just.
We'll talk about it. Okay. First, we do the intro.
Okay.
Hi, welcome to.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna
hold on. Hi, my name is Allison Allwine. Nope, that's not how I started.
Okay.
Hi, welcome to Between the Lines. I'm Allison Allwine, and today our guest is Emily Kay.
Hey!
Emily and I met each other doing Cabaret Superstar, where she was the winner for season 2. You bad bitch.
It was exciting.
Yes! She's also a background queen, does backgrounds for all the people.
Everyone you've ever met.
Ever. And a mental health care advocate. Correct?
Correct. Very
That's
correct.
A big
very
thing
correct.
for you.
Yes.
Okay, so let's dive in. We're going to choose our coloring books. So, whichever one you want, just don't color on a page that someone else has colored on the other side of. So, you couldn't color on the back side of this one.
Got it.
And got it.
Oh my god.
I know. Oh, Susie Zoo. It's been a minute. You'll notice all the pictures are very big and easy to color. That's because I don't want to think too hard.
Yeah. I'm down. I found what I want.
Okay, good.
I'm doing this puppy.
I love it. I'm gonna do. I was gonna do this little ducky with the ladybugs.
A duck. Oh, she's cute.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so we met doing Cabaret Superstar,
We did.
and if you weren't so incredibly talented and so fucking nice, I'd be like, I have to hate her. You guys, she's sickeningly talented. Like, it's not even fair. Leave some for the rest of us, please, for the love of God.
Kind. Thank you.
But the thing that I loved so much is you are so at ease on the mic, and you are so succinct with what you say and the cuts of music that you do. And I'm guessing that just comes from, like, getting the reps in.
A lot of reps. And like when I was younger and I didn't really have much work, me and my best friend were like producing in the city, our like little duo stuff. And I have like learned so much from those moments with her.
Yeah.
And you learn a lot about like how to do good banter on stage, which is just a lot of trial and error of doing really bad banter on stage.
So not being afraid to fail.
Yeah, not being afraid to fail.
The way to success is walking through a failure.
Walking through a lot of failure.
I think that's really, really cool to hear, though, because I know, look, I'm a actively recovering perfectionist.
Yeah.
And it's hard to think that you could do it, quote unquote, wrong, or that it's going to come out and you're going to look stupid.
Totally.
Like, how will I ever recover? As if I've never looked stupid before. Come on. And so I don't know about other people, but I will shortchange myself sometimes in an attempt to protect myself from perceived failure or very potential failure.
Yeah.
So it's nice to hear that reinforcement of like, no, the only way to do it is to fail. But it's not even that it'll fail, like, is to potentially fail.
Yeah, and just like try things you haven't done.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like a lot of like what I do now is just from like saying yes to things that I didn't know if I could do. And then like putting myself in those uncomfortable spaces and then rising to the challenge. You know what I mean?
Yes. I think too that builds like self-trust and self-confidence, which I believe go hand in hand. Like
totally.
It's so much easier to trust yourself or to be confident when you trust yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of also like keeping promises to yourself and following through and doing the hard thing. Mm-hmm. So I love that was really a foundational point of
I feel like it's
there.
a lot of trial and error and like doing scary big things, you know? Like scary small things and allowing yourself to like be proud of that too.
Yeah. I will say I also love the way your musical brain works because several of us, namely me, struggled to stay within the assigned time frame for so I was a finalist with Emily and
Slay the House Down Boots.
Thank you so much. And we were given 10 minutes, which immediately freaked all of us out.
It's
cool as a cucumber. And I'll tell you why cool as a cucumber. Her set was locked and loaded, bitch. It was 10 minutes.
It was a tight 10.
It was the tightest 10. It was 9:58 and a hair of a breath. It was so tight. And the rest of us were like, habity bow, betty bow. Sydney also had a tight one.
She did a tight one.
She did 2 songs instead of 3 songs because she was like, I was afraid that if I did 3 songs, I would fuck up my time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I did 3 songs and I went over by 5 minutes. Oops.
Oops.
Sorry about it.
I think I'm just gonna go back to exactly what I said before though too, is just like those moments of those cabarets that I did with my best friend where I learned so much, and one of those things was like they would be so tight on us. Like I would sing at cabaret venues, not to be named, that were very strict on your time limit, and like if you go over there you're gonna get charged. So like,
put money on the table and I will be as tight as you need me to be.
So we learned quick when I was like 19 that like, I need to cut stuff down. I have to, even if it like I want this in there, I have to figure out what's the most important thing to do.
Ooh.
You know?
But that's a valuable skill too for like audition cuts, because we've all been to those auditions where it's like they're auditioning for their whole season. It's 72 shows. None of them are the same.
No.
And live in the same
You're
world.
auditioning for like Cats,
Cabaret,
Jekyll and Hyde,
The Music Man,
and
Susical. If you could please give us your best 8-bar cut
that will be
that
correct.
shows range and
no, literally
for the part you think you're best suited for.
Yeah. And
you're
trying to sing for like Grisabella and Maisie LeBird, you know.
And also one of the Pick-a-Little ladies, And you're like, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8.
So like I learned how to cut down then, and then also, I mean, when I first saw the 10 minutes, I was like, 3 songs literally don't fit into 10 minutes.
No!
So you have to cut them. So I just like cut all of my songs into like the shortest version of what they could be.
But it's almost like that's how they were supposed to be recorded. Like those cuts were so tight. And I have to say, on top of amazing cuts, the part that I love about your musical brain is your ability to make a song your own. Like your arrangements and the way you vocally attacked each song was so... It's like nobody else has ever sung it before, y'all. She did Goodbye Yellow Brick Road on week 1. I was like, nice. Send the rest of us home. No. It's over. No. Like, she did the Sarah Bareilles version of it, which if you don't know, check it out. It's so beautiful. Good. But the way you sang it, I didn't know that Sarah Bareilles had done a version of it, and I thought you had taken the Elton John one and twist and turned it to make it yours, and I was like, who is this witch of music? What is happening right now? It's so good. The way you specifically make things for yourself. So tell us how your musical brain works.
That's a lot of like, where does that come from? Where the heck does that come from?
Look, we all get our gifts, and that might just be one of yours.
No.
Is it learned, or do you think it's innate?
I mean, a little bit of both. I think I've been singing like my whole life.
Yeah.
And I feel like part of it is that a lot of the sounds that I make aren't traditional musical theater sounds, and so I've felt othered a little bit within that, and so making things my own has been something that I've really enjoyed doing.
If you haven't heard, I'm going to insert a clip here. Your voice is, I hear what you're saying, it is unique. It's like if Jessie J and Adele and some otherworldly demigod had a baby together. It's like pop, but you also have this like jazz vibrato,
a lot of
like
jazz
Lake Street Dive a little bit sound in there, and then but you do have the big broad belty Broadway notes. It's this really cool, unique amalgamation.
Thank
like
you.
If someone were to hear you sing, it's not like they would confuse you for somebody else. Like your voice has its stamp on it, you know, which I think is super, super cool. But I do see how if they're wanting, you know, not that you couldn't do, you know, here's my legit blah 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 blah.
No, totally.
But your voice is its own thing. So
so I've done like a lot of cabarets, just like random cabarets has kind of been like my gig, kind of in the city. So performing in a lot of those spaces, I feel like something I've gotten good at is like taking songs and covering them in a sense.
Yeah.
And so a lot of doing that, and then a lot of the shows that I did with my best friend, and then also Broadway Sings, which is, I sing with them a lot, and
Tell us a little bit about Broadway Sings, because I'm unfamiliar.
So Broadway Sings, ad. Not now.
Sponsored.
Not now. But Broadway Sings, it's like it's a production company.
Okay.
Corey Mock, if you're watching this and I described this wrong, please don't fire me. It's a production company within New York City, and now they're going to other cities as well. Very exciting. Yeah. And it's essentially, they take an artist and put it with a big band. It's like a 14 to 16 piece orchestra.
That is a dream. If you all don't know, being a singer, getting to sing with a full band, not an accompanist, not a click track, a full band is like otherworldly.
Epic. It's like one of my favorite things I've ever done. And essentially their whole thing is that they take an artist and then they change all the arrangements. So I've been singing with them for about a year and a half, which definitely has strengthened my ability to make a song my own, because it is primarily all Broadway stars, and there are a few of us who have not been on Broadway yet, but are, I do the background vocals for Broadway Sings, and then I also solo, and you really kind of have to, like, rise to the occasion in that environment, because every single singer is, like Carrie Renee Fuller does it, like, the
bar is so high.
The bar is very high.
I love that push, though.
It's amazing. It's, like, pushed me so much vocally, stamina-wise, and then, like, making songs my own, because it's like, well, I don't want to be the one that they're like, well, she's not on Broadway. No, I want to be the one where they're like, what show are you on?
Why are you not on Broadway?
I mean?
Yes.
So I think that has, like, pushed me and really made me make songs my own as well, kind of even, like, a step up from what I might have already been doing, of, like, oh, the person who sang this before me was Gracie McGraw. Like, I need to now step it up and not do anything better, but, like, I want to leave my imprint on this of, like, what it is to me while honoring their choices and then putting my own spin on it.
Oh, I love that. So you did say that you sing backup with them, but you sing a lot of backup, if memory serves me.
I do.
How did that all happen, and where, like, let's just start with where did it all happen, because I'm getting excited. I'm getting ahead of myself.
I feel like I think the first, like, background... I mean, I've always had, like, an ear for harmonies, I will say. It's always kind of been, like, one of my special skills, if you will.
Okay, great.
And then I think the first background gig I did, just as crazy, was singing for Shoshana Bean.
I'm sorry. Pause, stop, cut it. It's over. It's done. That
was
what?
But that was like a crazy happenstance. She posted on her Instagram in like the year 2021 that she was looking for backup singers. And
come
she
through
was
Instagram post?
No, literally. And she was like, please submit, whatever. And then she picked like 9 of us. She had, I think, 3 nights of shows, and she picked 3 vocalists for each show.
Live.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I was a replacement, to be honest. But
Who
I
cares?
still got in there. And that was like my first step into that world. And she also was in the song we were doing backup. I was like, okay, now you guys just like improv. Terrifying. First time I did that, and I feel like that was another big step for me into the world of jazz.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh, like, if I would have known how to, like, scat and vocally improvise, this would have been so much easier. And I do feel like while I did step up and I did a good job on that gig, it was probably one of the first times that I was like, wow, I am really faking it till I make it in, like, a really high-stakes environment right now. And I was with the 2 girls I was paired with. One was, like, a, like, up-and-coming pop singer who was, like, going to be on American Idol in the next season, and the other one, like, worked at a sound studio in Long Island and, like, produced for artists and wrote her own music and was, like, on The Voice in another country. So I was with these 2 girls who were very much immersed within this world that I was not yet in. So I learned a lot from them. And then the girl who worked at the Loft Sound Studio, she ended up, like, bringing us to work with some other artists at the sound studio after. She was like, oh, I know these girls can sing backup. Like, will you come sing backup for this other artist who needs, like, stuff recorded? She's doing a live show. So I went and, like, sang for her. And then the girl from Loft Sound Studio also was like, let's record some stuff from Waitress. And so we recorded stuff from Waitress, like, singing backup for her.
Oh, my God.
And, like, it was on a news show because she had connections. So that was fun. That was fun. And then I was singing with my friend JM. His name is JM Ross. And we were doing a show together. We were doing a concert together. And so I was singing on some of his original stuff. And then from there, it just kind of was like, okay, now he kept being like, you want to sing backup again? You want to sing backup again for when he was doing his own shows.
Live.
So then I became kind of his backup vocalist and co-wrote a little bit. I wrote all my backup vocal lines for all of his music. So
you write music as well?
I don't want to say I write music.
You have some... You have some music theory is what I'm hearing.
I have some music theory.
Okay.
But it's like the biggest question I get asked when people see me in cabarets is like, oh, where can I hear your own music? And that's because like my voice doesn't sound like a musical theater girly per se. Like I think it's something that people hear that they're like, oh, she probably writes. Because I can like take a song and make it my own.
I see. And you're like, son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. I don't do that well yet.
There we go.
I have like dabbled in writing, but what I will say I can do is like write my own harmony lines and like hear like a song that already has an outline and then write within. Like the one song that I co-wrote with J.M. Ross was called Love for a Moment.
Ooh.
And he sent me the bass and was like, hey, can you add, background vocals to this? And
you're like, I would be adding all the vocals
I took a creative leap of faith. And
yes!
I essentially made the entire song into a duet, like a call and response duet.
Ooh.
So I have co-wrote one song to completion.
Great.
So that's cool. And then I do write my own backup vocals for all of his stuff. And then I also sing with this woman called Kat Barker. She's amazing.
I'll pop her.
Yeah, she just released a song on Spotify. I have a show with her. December 16th, I'm singing backup vocals for her.
Hey, don't worry if you missed that. We're going to circle back to it at the end. Don't you get sad about it. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, she's an incredible artist. We work together at the bar, and I sing backup for her. And I will say a lot of the things that I've gotten, or opportunities that I have been from me, like, reaching out on a limb. Like, the Shoshana Bean thing. This girl that I sang backup vocals with, I was literally like, if someone calls out, like, and you need a vocalist, let me know.
Get it.
And then she was like, hey, my background vocalist actually, like, is on contract. Can you do it?
I have heard time and time again from guests, from other creatives, the magic and power of saying yes.
Yes.
Is it Shonda Rhimes that has a book called The Year of Yes? I think it is.
I can't confirm or deny.
Fair. I'll find out. But I think there's something so amazing in that. I know Tina Fey even had it as well. I read her book, Bossy Pants, and she also was like, I just had a period of time where I was like, yeah. Like, what do I have to lose? Like, yeah, okay, if it's great, then even better.
Yeah.
If it's not, whoopsie poopsie, I'll figure it out.
Like, saying yes and asking for what you want. I think
it's
just, like,
advocating for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I am not ashamed or against a cold message on Instagram.
Get it.
Like, do you know who Joey Contreras is?
Yes.
I messaged him on Instagram once and I was like, hey, if you ever need a singer, like, I love you.
I had the same thing happen. I ended up not being able to use the song in Cabaret Superstar because it didn't have the same punch as it would have with a full band. So but Honey Butter is a band that I found on my Spotify shuffle one day and loved one of their songs, and in their bio they had connect with us and phone number, and I reached out and asked for the sheet music for this song, and they gave it to me. So don't worry, Honey Butter, it's coming back around.
It's coming. She's gonna do the cover.
I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it with the whole band, so it does you guys good. But
yeah, I just reached out to him, and then like 2 months later, he was like, "Hey, any chance you're free tomorrow? I have a set in Times Square.
I will make myself free."
I literally, or it wasn't like tomorrow. Maybe it was like a few days later, because I remember when he messaged me, I had COVID.
No.
And I was like about to be past my I think I was going to be past the 14-day mark, because I was like sick. Girl. So I was like, okay, well, when this show would be like on day, I think 18 or something. So I was like,
oh, you're fine.
I'm fine. But it was a hard thing, let me tell you. But yeah, just like reaching out and asking and not being afraid to be like, I don't know, a little cringy maybe is the right. I don't think it's cringy though.
I don't think it is. Look, if you don't ask, what is
you won't get.
Yeah, closed mouths aren't fed. So
closed mouths don't get fed.
But so when you cold message these folks, are you just like, hey, this is who I am. Here's a link to my shit. Would love to work with you.
Yeah, I'm just like, hey, like I think when
so
simple. Like, hey, I really like your work. I'm a background singer and a professional vocalist here in New York today.
Hi.
And here's a link to me singing maybe your song or someone else's song, and let me know if you need me. Because it's a joke. Like there's so much. We take everything so personally because it's impossible not to.
And so seriously.
But it's a joke. Like, we are professional vocalists. We are professional actors. So what is so weird about being like, hey, I'm a professional in this space. You are going to need to hire someone at some point. Right. Here's my stuff.
Thank you.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't think it's weird, and I don't think we need to like read into it that much. And I also think like there's nothing wrong with shooting your shot. That's what we're all doing in some capacity every day.
Well, also I think a common mistake I see from especially younger performers, and this is not a knock at younger performers. We've all been younger performers. This is really a word of wisdom for younger performers. A lot of times you think like, oh, well, you know, I have an agent, but they're not getting me jobs. It's not their job necessarily to get you jobs. It's your job to train and keep yourself ready and put yourself out there.
Correct.
Their job, yes, they can get you auditions, but their job is really to negotiate that contract and make sure you're getting treated fairly and getting compensated for the training and the work that you do when you show up. So if you aren't out there trying to make work for yourself. Also, Broadway doesn't just call you up and go, "Hi, Allison, we heard about you.
No, it doesn't work like
through Angel came down and whispered in my ear, we would love to have you here." Doesn't work like that. You got to make your own work and make your own brand. And branding is a big deal. It used to be called type, but I think knowing your type helps you know your brand. And you need to really sell yourself as that person.
Well, and make those connections and stuff. And I feel like especially there is a group of people, I would say, of younger people who like get out of college and book really quickly, and that is so amazing for them.
But that is not everyone.
Not my journey.
Not mine either.
And so what has kept me sane and in the game is making my own work. And I mean, if I had waited for someone to give me the opportunity to sing, I would have never sung. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would be back at home twiddling my thumbs.
And then every opportunity that I pretty much everything I've done has been from someone I've met or a cabaret that I've done like for free, or a weird opportunity I picked up, or someone I met. I did meet my managers in a crazy way, actually.
Ooh.
I was at
I'm like, a crazy story.
I was at a New Year's Eve party.
What?
And my friends like threw an annual New Year's Eve party, and I got there and we were singing Christmas carols, and then my friend was like, "Emily, will you please close out the night by singing Oh Holy Night, Celine Dion version?"
Will you please close out the night by climbing uphill, pushing a boulder? I would cry.
And I said yes. I had I think I was like 2 glasses of wine deep.
And she's like, "I can do whatever you want, actually."
And I did it, and then my now manager came up to me and was like, "Are you signed? I would love to sign."
Oh my god, I love drunk stories.
Which is great. And I was like, is this how it happens? Which I kind of think that's how a lot of things happen.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like, not specifically like that, but it's just like these kooky circumstances.
It's like, never the way you think it is.
It's never the way you think it's gonna be.
It's never the way you plan in your perfect little mind.
I feel like I've jumped around so much on every question you've asked.
No,
like,
I love it.
The question was, tell us about backup singing. And I'm like, one time I had 2 glasses of wine on New Year's Eve and I got a manager.
Girl, don't worry. We are not medicated over here. We're going to end up all over the place.
I am medicated.
All right, well then, I don't know what's happening. Your ship is so unsteered right now, and I love it. Mine has been bobbing around at sea like a lost buoy for years.
Right now.
Well, I love that. And I think there's a lot to be said for saying yes, taking the leap, letting the net appear. Oh, you're not the first one. My first guest, Jessica, broke 2 of them. Girl,
I got too excited.
You're also doing like a deeply saturated thing, and that's just going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
It's just going to happen.
My blue dog.
I'm obsessed. Blue is my favorite color.
Okay, sorry, I cut you off. I got distracted.
No. I think there's a lot to be said. I'm noticing a trend amongst creatives, the ones that are, even if they're not successful by whatever society's measure is, in this case out in New York, like on Broadway, they're all successful in that they are creatively fulfilled, and that has come from taking opportunities that they didn't see coming, and especially from creating their own work. And I think a thing that's really important for people to know that are out here and they're like, I just don't know how, because my favorite excuse for myself, I'm going to tell on myself a little bit, is I don't know. I don't know how. Which is the stupidest shit I've ever heard of in my life, because I'm an incredibly competent person who does know how. It's just my little scapegoat for myself. Be like, oh, I don't know how. So this last year, I went from producing reality TV and moving out here to going, I produced multi-million-dollar network television shows. So me saying I don't know to producing my own dog and pony show in this town is dumb. So I just made some calls and found a venue, which I will forever love and hold dear in my heart, Green Room 42. Y'all, it's not that hard to produce your own work. If you want to sing and you can't get into auditions because you're non-union, or you aren't getting the shows you want, put on your own show.
You can do that. That's like my favorite thing is like, I do feel like there's been what's the word I'm looking for? an uptick in people producing in the last few years.
100%.
2 years because they finally realized, like, oh, anyone can do this.
Anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it.
It's a very small initial investment, truly, just to get it on the books. You can figure out the rest of the money later. But, yeah, get it on the books, get together some friends, or if you're doing a solo show, figure out what your set list is, and put it up and invite people.
Put her up. Do it.
You just gotta throw your spaghetti at the wall. It's not as daunting and overwhelming as it.
Just throw it at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, and then look, I've been in this weird in-between space myself for years because I don't look my age, and I also don't look the younger roles that people think I could play. And like, put me in a room with actual 29-year-olds, we're gonna know I'm older. The character's 25.
She could do it.
No, and then you put me in a room with like 40-year-olds, and they're like,
I'm nodding at
who
the camera.
is she?
This is my close-up. She could do it.
So, I've been in this weird liminal space. So, if you want to like figure your shit out and have a little fun and sing and perform and get the reps in, then you're gonna have to like.
Well, also like
do your own thing.
Cabarets and that's an art form in of itself.
Yes.
And like being on Broadway is something I do want to do.
Yes.
Speak it. I'm going to do. But there's so many other things that are just as valid and just as impressive and just as challenging and rewarding and maybe not as celebrated within our world. That's something that I've had a really hard time with because I've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And still when I speak to people, they're like, it's going to happen for you one day. And I'm like, if we're speaking about a specific, me being on Broadway, yes, I do hope and believe that will happen one day. But like, we're already artists. We're already doing it.
Yes.
We're already out there creating art, which is at the core what we said we wanted to do and what we are.
Yes.
And what society deems successful. That you don't need that marker to say that you've done things. Does that make sense?
I do. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly because people make it. Here's the other thing is I think people make getting on Broadway so precious and special that one, it puts it on a pedestal, which is always a dangerous place to have something. Mm-hmm. Because then if you don't get it, what are you then, right? But
and those shows close.
I was going to say, I know so many people that have been on Broadway and they get there and because it was the shiny thing that they were after for so long, they get it and they're like, oh, it's a job. Or, oh, it hasn't completely changed my life. Or, oh, I'm still the same person I was with all the other things that made me unhappy or happy before I got here. That didn't change. Now I'm here.
Yeah.
So you can't make it too precious, but also look at what Broadway people are doing when they're not on Broadway.
Work.
Cabarets.
Mm-hmm.
TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Movies.
Mm-hmm.
Workshops.
Or also
there's so many other things to do besides Broadway, and they all require certain skill sets. So you might as well be building them now.
And just like, I don't know. I just think we need to. You know what phrase I want to be gone? Like your big break. I don't think a big break exists.
No.
My hot take of the day: big break isn't real.
Big break isn't real
because I think, especially working Muggle jobs as we do. I work in 2 different bars. A lot of my coworkers who don't work within the art industry are like, you're going to have your big break one day and like, then you'll never be back here. And I'm like, the reality of the situation is I could have my big break tomorrow, have a great 6-month run and the show could close and I will need a job again.
Right.
And I will be back at the bar. And I'm not saying that and then I won't have succeeded. It's just like, that's the reality of some of this industry.
Bye. But Zach Braff, I think, from Scrubs, he kept his restaurant job until I want to say season 2.
Yeah.
Because, so you'd be getting served by the guy you just saw on TV last night because he's like, I don't know if we're renewed yet. I don't know if this is a hit. I'm not going to walk away from my money until I know.
Well, I'm not trying to say it as a pessimist take. It's just like there's parts of it's reality. And as I've lived here for 8 years and I have had little success within the realm of musical theater. And I just have a realistic mindset on what it is. And I've had friends book, their dream jobs and then that job ends and that's okay. And
well, like look at all those folks. I'm heartbroken for the folks on
I
was just going to say I'm so heartbroken for the people on Queen of Versailles. It doesn't matter if you like the show or not, or it was a good show or a bad show. That's a separate conversation for the critics. I am talking about all the people that right before the holidays have just lost their jobs. And it's not just the actors. It's all the musicians. It's all the crew. It's all the ushers in that theater. It's all the front of house staff. They all now don't have money for the holiday season and until the foreseeable future. And they're trying to find other jobs right now. Y'all, Broadway ain't booking right now. And restaurants are already full. They've got their staff for the season.
We're there.
We're staff. Don't ask me for a job. So it's heartbreaking to think that now they're just kind of sitting on their thumbs until the next thing rolls around, or hopefully they've got other things in the hopper that they can pull out of their ass right now. But it's heartbreaking. So it's
really heartbreaking. And
we live in the most we operate in the most unstable of industries.
Yeah, but I think that's also to say, like, I don't know. Oh, what am I trying to say? She told me I had to be clear and succinct when I came here, and now I'm like,
girl, set that free. We're so far gone.
So sorry.
We're just ADD city. No,
sorry.
I am the same. I'm the same. You're fine.
What am I trying to say?
Being out of work.
Just like the comparison game that we all do. That also, first of all, let me say, I am no step above anyone. I do all the things in my own head, but in theory, the comparing game that we do is just like, it's a losing battle, you know, because this career is so up and down and it's so not linear, and one day you feel great, the next day you feel horrible, and it's just like, it just is what it is.
Yeah. So on that, one day you feel great, one day you feel horrible. Let's talk about navigating that as a performer, because I have a coach that I touch base with a few times a year. I've hired coaches before because I find that I can get caught in the voices inside my head, not in a schizophrenic way, in a
well, you know, who knows?
Who knows? We have two wolves inside, and both of mine are insane. No, but I have a coach just because I can get lost in the sauce of my own I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then I'm just frozen with indecision because I've overwhelmed my whole operating system.
Totally.
And then therapy. And I'm curious for you, given what you just said, like, it's such an up-down industry, and it can be a lot of rejection. It can be a lot of negative self-talk.
Yeah.
It can be a lot of negative external talk.
Yeah.
How do you navigate that? Because I know that you've had a real journey with that. Pause.
Hydration is key.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this as a disclaimer as well. I'm not God. I don't have all the answers, but.
Well, that's an absolute newsflash, right?
I know, right? Or I'm not the all-powerful mighty Wizard of Oz. You know what I mean? So I don't have all the answers, and it's going to be different for everyone. But I think a big thing for me within the last 6 months has been my mental health journey.
Okay.
And I hit a real low this summer, and I think if I'm honest with myself, I've been battling depression for years.
Oof.
And COVID was really hard for all of us. I stayed here the entire pandemic.
I was just going to ask. Wow.
I was here the whole pandemic, and I think right before the pandemic, I started to be called in for stuff more regularly. I was getting callbacks regularly, and then the pandemic hit, and my experience or perception of that is kind of that if you were someone who was kind of starting to feel traction right before the pandemic, you got a little lost in the sauce, generally speaking, after the pandemic, because then you had all of the, pros who were then taking jobs that were a step below what they would have taken. And then you had this influx of young people who were fresh and excited and hungry.
And didn't get to do their college experience, so they came here for it. Fair.
So I think that at least me and some people I've talked to who feel that were right before the pandemic, they thought things were about to start happening, that we just got a little lost in the sauce after, I don't know, I didn't go home. I didn't get that refresh that a lot of my friends got. So I feel that really, I feel it put me back in a sense that, I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is COVID was really hard.
It was a really big reset.
It was a really big reset. And I went into the pandemic at I was 20 years old, and then I came out, I turned 21 in quarantine,
Yeah.
I lost a lot of,
so much from so many people.
It took a lot, and it just took that time, I think, in my life for me where I was really ready for those younger roles and things, and then I came out of the pandemic like a woman, and I was I have no idea what
I came out of one.
I came out of a woman.
Girl. Or what is it?
No. Anyway, so what were we saying? So that, I think that's when like my depression started, if I'm being honest, I think.
I mean, fair, yeah.
And I think maybe like throughout my whole life I've dealt with it a little bit. I've dealt with OCD really bad my whole life, and I've just like never been diagnosed until this year.
Wow, that is like all the people that are like, oh, didn't get diagnosed with ADD until I was 30, and they're like, no wonder I feel like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Wow.
The OCD and depression was like I mean, my life has like changed in the last 6 months in my brain, you know?
Do you mind sharing how your OCD presents itself? Because I think a lot of people think it's like washing your hands a bunch or turning the oven off and on. Or
the thing is it presents
the
differently for everyone.
Okay.
It's not a cute little quirk that you're like, my house is so clean. That's not what it is.
No.
Y'all. We gotta stop being like, oh, I'm so OCD, unless it's not a funny thing.
It's a real thing, yeah.
It's a real thing. For me, a lot of like thought loops was like I think what was my like lowest point was this summer when my thought loops were just like so bad. So like you have a bad thought of something that could happen, and like when you have OCD, it's not just like, oh, I had that weird like that thought that something bad might happen to someone I love, and then you like put it aside. Like your body creates the chemicals in which like, and if I'm you're a doctor watching this, like don't quote me, but essentially your body creates a reaction as if it is really happening. So like you really
fight or
believe,
flight,
yeah,
shit.
like you really believe that all of these bad things could happen. It's not just like a thought. It's like your body,
oh my God,
reacts like as if it was happening. You know,
that is scary.
Yeah. So that the thought loops are a big one for me, and I think that's why like it probably went undiagnosed for a while. Was that like I'm not the neatest person. I'm not the most organized person. I mean, in some ways I am, but like my house is always a little cluttered, but that's not what OCD is. So I think like friends didn't point it out as what it was, but now like being diagnosed with it, my therapist was really hinting at it for a while, being like, we should talk about your OCD. And I was like, no,
you're like, that's stupid. Next.
I was like, no, it's not that bad. And then I just, it was bad.
And then,
and I mean, I do like the checking, the oven thing is real.
Oh.
But it's not like clicking it on and off for fun. It's just that you're like, and it's not on and off. It's like,
open the doors.
You have to make sure that it's off. And like, you'll check that it's off. I'll like go. Mine is like my dog in the crate. I'll be like, I put my dog in the crate. I'll like go to leave and I'll like, is my dog locked in the crate? And then I'll like go check again.
Oh.
And then I'm like, it's doubting your memory is a big OCD thing.
Girl, that's me a lot, but that's mostly because I am not always present to myself.
Yeah, it's just, it's
I'll just autopilot and then I'm like,
it's a tricky little mental illness, because it also is like there to protect you, is what my therapist says. So, like, your brain's trying to protect you, to like think of every possible outcome and walk you through like how to handle it, but it's not helping you, Right.
I
don't know if that was a helpful answer, because OCD is so weird to describe, to be honest.
No, I mean, I think all you can do is talk about your brand of it, because it sounds like it's a pretty broad
it's a pretty broad thing,
you know?
For sure. And it does, I think a lot of people with OCD are like scared to like tell people like what they're experiencing, because you're like, am I crazy?
Right. Well, and because we have so much stigma around it. We have so much around like, oh, we have to tiptoe around this person because they're unwell. It's like, well, first of all, I never said that.
I never said that.
I get ready to calm down.
Yeah.
And also, the more you treat me weird and other, the more paranoid I'm going to be about it. So could we just stop all that?
Another big one for me with my OCD is like health anxiety. Like health OCD.
Oh.
Contamination OCD. That's a big one for me.
Like germaphobe kind of stuff?
Germaphobe, yeah.
Oh.
And
oh my God.
Also,
how did the pandemic go for you? Girl.
I was Lysol wiping every individual egg.
Okay.
So yeah, the pandemic did a number on me.
Yeah.
So that was like, it was not good. I took more COVID tests than I think anyone in their right mind has ever taken.
Oh wow!
Every time I was sick, I think I would probably take like 6 COVID tests.
The government's like, didn't we just mail her?
Because I was like convinced that that's another OCD thing is like you're convinced like if I'm sick and I get someone else sick, like every time I was sick, honestly.
Oh, you're like, I've ruined somebody else's life.
I've ruined somebody else's life.
Oh my God,
ruined, and it's my fault.
Girl, the way the 80s would have eaten you alive.
Yeah.
Back before we had the chickenpox vaccine.
Yeah.
When you had like one chickenpox on your body and they were like, guess what? Everyone's playing with you today. And you would get all the kids sick. So they'd all get chickenpox and be vaccinated essentially.
Oh my God.
Herd immunity.
So that's a big one for me. And then like my voice, like I've had a vocal injury before. So I fixate on like, oh my God, is my voice okay? Oh my God, am I sick? Like I fixate on I'm like hyper aware of every symptom in my body.
That's got to be exhausting.
It's very exhausting.
Can we talk, though, about vocal health? Because you actually were the one that was like, oh, yeah, I had my vocal cords scoped. I think everyone should do it.
Yes!
And
I love the
ENT.
doctor.
Yeah, I love the
ENT.
ENT. And you gave me your doctor's info, and I haven't gone yet, but I'm curious.
Now, Allison. Why haven't you gone yet?
Who has the time?
I
too need to go. I'm going to get through the holidays, and then I'm going to go.
Okay, so growing up, was someone who, like, I was performing professionally starting at, like, 15 years old, while also, like, being in school and being in training, and then I was also in, like, a youth touring company, and we were singing, you know, random places every weekend.
She said, I'm about that life.
And then I was working at a princess party company, like, singing Let It Go 6 times a weekend, and, like, my vocal demand from a young age was, like, high in, you know, at an age where you don't really know how to do that all safely.
No, and your cords are still growing, by the way.
Still
a woman's
growing.
Cords don't stop growing until she's 25. So you were on baby adolescent cords. Just skrelting out Elsa.
Just skrelting. So I don't have, to be clear, I don't have nodes or anything like that. I haven't had surgery. I just have a baby pseudocyst, which is incredibly common.
Way to make it sound cute.
But you have to make it sound
baby
cute.
pseudocyst.
I have a baby pseudocyst. Incredibly common, okay? When my ENT told me about this, he was like, you honestly, half the people on Broadway's cords look exactly like this. Because what you're doing is such a high demand. Like, it's like having a sprained ankle as a dancer.
Oh.
You know, like, it's just an injury that you have to maintain, you know?
Yeah.
Water. And whenever I refer to it as an injury, my ENT's like, you can't call it. Like, this isn't it's not an injury. It's just there. Like,
and you're like,
down.
oh, okay.
Okay. So anyway, when I went to the ENT, I think the year was 2023, and I had like, I don't know, I always was just like hyper aware of like everything with my voice being like, I have to do this to keep up, like, to maintain my voice. And while yes, I think my OCD just also made it so bad because I couldn't just be like, oh, let me just go to the doctor. Like, I like made worst case scenarios for years until just going, which I also think we all do when it comes to the voice, instead of just, like, why are we all so scared to get scoped?
Because we're so afraid they're going to be like, well, you have nodes and you'll never sing again. Julie Andrews. Let's be real. Julie Andrews freaked us all out.
But even, like, my doctor was like, even if you did have nodes, even when people come in here and they have real bad injuries, like, they can fix so much of it now.
That's right. I think, well, I know Adele had surgery done, and John Mayer. Not that he's like the singer to end all singers. Who?
Jessie J.
Shut up!
Wait, let me fact check myself.
Hold, please.
Hold, we're fact checking.
But
I'm pretty positive.
But, like, Adele is one of our best voices, I think. I know some people are like, oh, she's an alto. I don't give a fuck. You cannot out-sing that bitch, and I will dare you to try.
Jessie J says she's had to take a break from singing as a result of nodules that developed on her vocal cords. Winner, chicken dinner. I don't think she's had surgery, but she does have nodules, which you don't always need surgery as well.
True. Yeah. Sometimes it's like
a lot of it can heal on
tissue, right? Yeah.
My little baby pseudocyst, I just did vocal therapy.
Okay.
Which was crazy. I learned so much though. I also, this is a big common thought, I think, amongst people who I've talked to, which are a lot of people, when I'm like, oh, you have a pseudocyst, they're like, oh yeah, me too. And they're like, I actually, you know, learned so much from that diagnosis because I was forced to, like, learn about what was happening as opposed to just guessing. Or like, I know how to take care of myself. I know how to have good vocal health because I was taught how to.
And they also kind of show you the mechanics of how your voice is working, right? Which I think is huge, the understanding the mechanics of how your voice is working.
Well, and it's just like, if you're singing at that level, like, it's like the Olympics of voice, you know? If you're a professional singer, you're asking a lot of a really tiny muscle.
I mean, when I think of, like, all the alphabets, 8 shows a week. I'm like, oh god.
Well, like Megan Hilty had an injury. She stepped on. Like, it's so common. It's just
common.
that, like, we haven't talked about it a lot until now.
Right.
So it's such a scary topic. But, like, if you think something's wrong, or if you don't, like, just go get scoped. Because then you can have peace of mind, or you can, like, fix it. Like, knowledge is power. And that's a really scary thing to actually acknowledge. And, like, get a diagnosis, be it, like, a mental health diagnosis, a physical diagnosis, a vocal diagnosis. But then you, like, know how to tackle things. And you know, like, where to go from there. And I remember when I started vocal therapy, my vocal therapist was like, honestly, most people don't reach this point where they're, like, getting scoped and coming to vocal therapy and acknowledging issues until they're a little bit older. So they keep, you know, practicing poor vocal hygiene for a lot longer, like, until they're in their 30s, and then they're, like, left to relearn everything.
Yeah.
And he was like, honestly, it's good. You're, like, 23, and you can just, like, learn how to properly take care of yourself.
And
so you're,
get
like,
all the tools in your tool belt now. Yeah. Can we also talk about, it's a bit of a gear shift, but as previously stated, I was looking at your resume, and
I'm scared.
For those of you that don't know, on an actor's resume, usually at the very bottom, we have a little section called special skills.
Wait, I'm actually terrified. What are you about to ask me?
We have a section called special skills, and I noticed under your special skills, you have figure skating.
Oh my god, I thought she was going to ask me to do an accent.
But now that I know, no, I'm just kidding.
I do, yes, figure skating. I was a competitive figure skater.
What the fuck? You shut your whole mouth. What?
I was a competitive figure skater when I was younger.
From when to when?
Also, I lived in Florida, so it's pretty funny.
What?
It's pretty, like, random
is
and
happening?
funny. My dad was a competitive speed skater. Like, a lot of people on my dad's side of the
Holy
family were competitive speed skaters. And so I started figure skating. Well, I watched the movie Ice Princess. You know that movie?
I've heard of said movie. Oh no. Is that your childhood deep cut movie that I've never seen?
You've got to go watch it. Okay. I watched Ice Princess when I was like 7, and I was like, I'm going to be a professional figure skater.
You're like, well, just so you know, this is my life path now.
Bet. And so I had my mom take me to the rink, and I have been dancing since I was like 2 or 3, so it's not like, oh, she's a
total
prodigy,
stretch.
You know what I mean? I had coordination and such. But I went, I don't know why I remember this. I don't remember a lot of my childhood, but I remember this. I found where the coaches were, and I was like skating past them, like holding my leg up in the air.
This is the childhood version of cold DMing Joey Contreras.
No, literally. I was like, look.
She said,
I was like, look at me. Look at me.
Anyway, you know where to find me.
Anyway, no, literally. No,
away.
that is actually the childhood version of cold DMing Joey Contreras. It's so true.
Oh my god.
I've not changed a bit.
I love it.
But I was like skating past his coaches, and I was like, well, in my head, I think I was like, if the coaches notice me, like maybe my parents will let me sign up for this. And it worked.
I'm not gonna lie. The way kids' brains operate is fucking genius. And I wish we kept more of that as we got older, because just it's not even an audacity or gall, just the like unmitigated.
Yeah.
I'm awesome.
And I just like really, I was like, I'm going to be the next Olympian. So anyway, I was skating past them, and the coaches, in my mom's retelling of this, she's like, they thought you're amazing. I'm sure that's not what happened. They're probably like, looks like your daughter wants to skate. Like,
or they're like, she's been by 7 times.
No, like,
what will
literally.
make her stop?
That is probably what happened. I highly doubt that they were like, this prodigy. They were probably like, we can tell she wants to do this.
This prodigy.
So
we found her. She's here.
So I signed up, and I was doing that for a while, and I was quite good at a young age, and I was competing and winning a lot. And then I got, oh my god, this is random, but I got a 2nd and 3rd degree burn.
Pause. Let me make sure the camera's good. Oh my god. What?
Am I doing a good job, Allison?
Yes, you're doing a great job. And we are still good.
Great.
This one said good night.
Good
I'm
night.
not worried about it. I've got other. This is why I've switched to just this one. Okay. A 2nd and 3rd degree burn?
So I got a 2nd and 3rd degree burn.
From the ice?
No.
Oh, I was like, how
unrelated, but affected my figure skating career.
There it went.
So there it went. There she went. So I got a 2nd and 3rd degree burn all over my chest from a coffee machine at my dad's car dealership that he was working at. Some receptionist was watching me, and she let me go up to the espresso machine, and it didn't end well.
Oh,
so I
my
had a
God.
horrible burn, which, like, I'm lucky I have absolutely no scarring from now.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But I was, like, out of school and out of dance and out of skating for quite some time.
I was out of life.
I was out of life for quite some time.
Oh my God.
And then at some point I went back to figure skating, and I obviously was not as good as everyone else because figure skating, if you're taking it seriously, it's really expensive.
Yeah.
So my parents couldn't afford to, like, keep me at the level that I was going.
Yeah.
And then also the people who were amazing at that point were homeschooling and at the rink every day at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like one of those sports. It's an Olympic sport. So
yeah.
like if you're gonna get good at it, you have to like dedicate
That's
your life
whole
to it.
life. Yeah, yeah.
And that was not the vibe.
Right.
I wish I was I feel like growing up I was very much pushed by family to like be the best in the room, and I wish I was allowed to just continue figure skating and like not be the best.
Yeah.
That's something that I look back on and like, oh, I really liked that. I wish I was given the chance to just have fun.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
You know?
Have you been back in the rink as an adult at all?
Yeah, I like go every year to Bryant Park, and it's fun.
Cute.
And like,
can you still do little bits and bobs, or
I can do like very minor bits and bobs.
But that's still cool. If I saw that, I'd be like, this bitch.
Yeah, do on my resume.
Hell yeah.
Because it's true.
Because it's true.
Casting.
Do you? Yeah. Xanadu, here you come. Is
Here
that
I
the one?
come.
Starlight Express.
Starlight
That's the one. Do you have any other hidden talents? They don't have to be resume worthy.
Do I have other hidden talents? I don't know. I feel like I'm a pretty open book here.
Yeah.
I don't think I do.
That's okay.
I'm double jointed.
Where?
My arms
Ugh!
go out like that.
Ah!
That's pretty much it.
I hated it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Good on ya.
That's it. I have a really flexible back.
Oh, that's got to be good for layouts, though.
Yeah.
I used to have a flexible everything, and then I broke all my shit. Oh my god! Oh my god! I love that it's so color saturated.
I know.
Oh.
Now I have to start coloring something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
What were we saying? I really don't think I have any other hidden talents.
Do you? It's not really hidden, but I play the violin.
Wait, that's really cool.
Yeah, thanks. Not as well as I should anymore. I was really good when I was younger, and then I realized that I had been playing it kind of because I was good and everybody wanted me to.
No, that is so real.
And not because I enjoyed it.
I gotta move.
Yeah, move.
I'm getting old, Allison.
Girl, I don't even want
I'm
to
getting
hear it.
old. It's not fun. Ugh.
You know what I will say, as an older person, keep your body limber.
I'm trying.
Keep your body strong.
Okay, I'm trying to keep limber, but it's hard in this economy.
It's girl. That part. Do you remember the first time you performed and you were like bitten by the bug, as they say, and you were like, yes, I love this attention.
Yes. I remember this wasn't the first time I performed, but it was the first time I like sang in a lesson.
Oh,
It was my sister had a voice lesson and she was like too sick or something. She couldn't go. And so my mom was
like, we are not losing that money.
No, literally.
Yeah.
My mom was like, we already paid for this. You're going. And I was like, okay. And I was already dancing at that studio at the time.
Okay.
And she was like, okay, you're going to go in. And I went to this voice lesson and I was like, I love this.
You're like, no, you're good.
You.
No, you're good. And you were like, new thing unlocked.
New thing unlocked. So that was, I remember that pretty well. I think I was like 5 at that time.
Oh, wow. A baby.
So that was that. And then I did a talent show.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember how old I was, but this is like the story that my family loves to tell of like, she was a star.
Okay,
you
live.
know? And I sang Happily Ever After.
From Once Upon a Mattress?
Yes.
That is not a song for a child.
No, it's not.
I would like to tell you what some of the final words of that song are. I want to be tickled and tackled and showered and shackled and thoroughly satisfied.
Anyway, so I sang that at a recital. And
Perfect.
Yeah, that's
very toddlers and tiaras.
Very toddlers and tiaras, let me tell you. That's like that's the story of my family. Of like, that's when we knew. You know?
But honestly, if you know that song and you know Emily's voice, literally, like, yeah, that song is
But pretty funny.
Pretty funny also.
But pretty funny.
Yeah.
So I know that was like a moment. And then, I don't know, and then I just kind of like did it forever. Like I was a theater kid.
Yeah.
Like fully immersed.
Shout out theater kids.
Fully immersed in the theater kid agenda. I went to like a theater middle school.
Oh.
I went to an art school.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. So like I was doing theater at school. I was like in after school classes like my whole life basically. I also did cheerleading. I played sports when I was really young, and then I realized I wasn't good at any of that. So it really became...
You said fuck that. Mm-mm.
Fuck that. I mean, I am quite tall now, but I played basketball like before my growth spurt.
Okay.
Whenever I tell people like, oh, I play basketball, they're like, that makes sense. And I'm like, no.
You don't understand.
You don't understand. I was like 5'2". So...
Shout out 5'2". Guess
so
what?
then,
I did not play.
What, basketball?
Correct.
At some point I realized I wasn't very good at any of that. And so
You're like, no.
And my parents were like, we're not wasting our money on...
You know what, though? Can I just say, kudos to your parents because, and this is not saying crush your children's dreams or anything, but, like, I also came from a home where it was like, we don't have money to spend on you not being good at shit, so find out the thing that you're good at, and we'll spend the money on that because I'm not going to waste resources. And I have some... people I know that it's like clearly their parents were like, whatever you want to do. And I'm not saying that that's a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying there was a lot of time and energy spent on stuff that went nowhere.
Yeah.
And when they could have just redirected and been like, you literally have 2 left pigeon feet. So we're not doing, you're never going to be on point. Like, let's find something else.
Harsh.
And let's let you be the best at that you can be at that.
Yeah. Correct.
And if it is being a 2 left-footed pigeon-toed bitch
then
doing ballet, then slay. Don't hope for a dream.
That is hilarious.
Don't hope for a career in that, but like,
you're hilarious.
Do what you love.
You're hilarious.
Hardcore.
Wait, what question was I answering?
I don't even remember.
Wait, it was about...
performing. You went to a musical theater.
Oh, yeah.
High, junior high,
middle school.
Yes.
And then what did I do? Then I oh my god, I auditioned for the arts high school and I didn't get in. Dun, dun,
You'll
dun.
rue the day.
My career was over. Just kidding.
Clearly.
So I didn't go to arts high school because I did not get in. Instead I went to public school.
I really want you to mention that school in your Tony Award speech.
The school that rejected me. The thing is that like
I'm petty.
From Florida, like everybody will know. Will know. I was rejected. You've heard it here, folks.
You heard it here first.
So then I did my public schooling. Eek.
Shout out public school.
And it was like a magnet school. It was a public school that had magnets.
Okay.
Which is like
specialties that you can go. It's like going to college and doing all your AA courses, kind of.
Yeah, but like then there was also just like, you could just go there in the public, so you didn't have to be accepted to a magnet. And I was in, honestly, just guess what magnet I was in.
I feel like it's not going to be performing arts.
Nope.
I feel like it's going to be like STEM related.
That's so nice you think I'm smart.
Yes!
No, I was in sports management. This is my favorite part of it is that like I was like giving full theater kid at this point too. I was like in choir and still performing after school,
but also negotiating deals for the basketball team.
No, but the thing is that the head of the sports management magnet was like, you can sing the national anthem at the basketball game. Like, she had no faith in me. She was like, how can we get her to be at the basketball game, but, like, have nothing to do with
We don't want you to touch a ball, ever, and minimally touch the court.
No, literally. So I was, like, on the dance team. I would dance at halftime, and then I would sing the national anthem. And that was my experience with managing sports. Woo! And then, so I did that freshman and sophomore year, and then I auditioned for the school again.
The magnet?
The theater
school. And?
I was the only person accepted for junior year. And then I didn't go.
She said, thank you so much. Go fuck yourself.
Okay, but not exactly. So essentially what happened was, I got accepted. And then at the same time, I was taking after school courses and performing like in the equity productions at the Multitude Theater.
She said, "I'm too big for you. I don't need
No,
you."
I did. So the Multitude Theater started a like 2-year program that was meant for like essentially AMDA.
Okay.
And so it was meant to like bridge the gap between high school and college, or be someone's like 2-year conservatory if they didn't want to go to college.
Great.
And so
I didn't even know they had that, so that's amazing.
It no longer exists.
Oh, it's okay.
But I did that. It was the inaugural class. And it was amazing. But anyway, so I got into I almost said school. I got into the school. I can say it. It doesn't matter. I got into Dreyfus for junior year. And then it is a great school. Some real talents come out of there. Truly.
All right, fine.
But
I'm very protective of Emily. She's going to be nicer about it, but I'm going to be like, I'll remember you. Count your fucking days, Dreyfus. No, I'm just kidding.
oh my God. Okay, so canceled. Anyway.
No.
So I got into Dreyfus, and then I think that same day I found out that like, oh, this place that I'm like really invested in is doing this thing. And I was obviously too young to do it, but I remember like going into the office and being like, I would like to audition for this program.
Advocate for yourselves. I love your ballsiness, dude.
She's ballsy. So I auditioned and I got in. It was a class of like 12 of us, and I think the graduating was like 8 of us.
Okay.
And I did all of my high school online at the same time.
Oh, yes.
While performing in the equity productions at Maltz and getting my equity card. So it was a busy 2 years.
Oh my God.
She's a hustler.
I love, though, that you found something that worked for you and got your equity card out of it and had a really reputable company on your resume coming right out.
Yeah.
Like, that's huge.
And then I didn't go to college, and I moved to New York when I was 18 years old.
Girl, who needs it? I went to college twice. And you
Really?
know what? No one cares. Yeah. I mean, the degree has definitely helped me get some jobs that are like, we require a 4-year degree.
Yes.
So kudos to that. But, like, other than that, no.
I definitely have like thoughts on it, you know?
Yeah, I loved my BFA program. I
Yeah.
went to school for musical theater at AMDA.
You went to AMDA?
I did go to AMDA.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to both campuses. And I loved it. I was there. I can't speak to what the school curriculum and staffing is now, but when I was there, I loved it because all of our professors were actively performing still. So
that's cool.
We were getting an up-to-date real life, this is the real world at this moment look at how to be in the room and who's in the room and what's being asked of you in the room. And
that's so helpful.
all my teachers, you know, I have no doubt I could call any one of them now and they would either give me a word of wisdom or say, you know, check with this person. Like the mentorship was really remarkable.
Awesome.
And it was still a pretty small school at that time. The BFA program was new. So I loved the connections I made as an experience, but I had already been to college before that and had another degree. So I'd had all my academic stuff squared away. And again, like I looked at it as an opportunity to connect with people more than like, and I'm going to get this degree. The degree didn't matter to me, but you don't need that. If you're going to come here and you've already got some training under your belt, like you had, or you're able and willing to jump in 2 feet first. And
well, I feel like I firmly agree, like, believe that you can get all the training you need, like, without a 4-year program or a 2-year program. Like, you can move to the city. The classes are here. They cost money.
Yeah. Don't come here. Don't come here thinking you're gonna skate by on a minimum wage job.
No, it's this play. The next topic. But anyway, I believe that the training you can get is here. What I sometimes am like sad that I missed out on is like, yes, the connections of like the mentors and such like that, but your peers as well.
Oh, I am still very close with almost everyone from my starting class. And in fact, one of my members of my starting class is one of my agents now. And
that's so cool.
Yeah. And, you know, he and I were just chatting and kibitzing at a happy hour one day. And I had some representation that I was not totally satisfied with.
Wait, so you also got your manager agent over drinks?
Yeah. But I had some reps I wasn't totally in love with. I think we were just misaligned in how I saw myself and how they wanted to pitch me.
Yeah. And
it was just incongruous in a way that was like so left of center that I was like, I think this is not going to work. I'm going to peace out. You know, I at the time was like, at the time I was like 35 and they were sending me in for like 45-year-old mother roles. But at the time of being 35, I looked literally 25. And I was like, what's happening? I would show up in rooms and I'd be like, one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had some success with them, but it just wasn't a good fit. And that's fine. That's okay. I've sent other people to them and they've been very successful. Yeah. So, you know, we ended up on good terms, but I was talking with this friend of mine from college over drinks, and he'd become an agent, and we were just talking as friends, and he was like, what, so you don't have reps right now? I was like, no, I'm looking at leaving them. Like, I do have them, but my time with them is up. And
yeah.
I think I need to go another direction. And he was like, tell me more about it. So we got to chatting about it, and I was like, this, basically everything I just said, this is how he goes, no, that's crazy. He goes, why don't I just hip pocket you, which is like, I'm going to use you if something comes along, and, you know, we don't have like anything official really.
Wait, was he an agent yet?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah. And if something comes up, you know, I'll put you forward, and just to, we get it, basically it's we each get a little taste of what the other person does.
Totally.
And pretty quickly from that ended up getting like a couple big callbacks here in the city. So I flew out from LA to here, and then he was like, yeah, you're one of my people now. Like, that's, you're just as
you up real quick.
Yeah, you're just as good as I remember. Okay, great. So that was really invaluable. And just like, I've had roommates that I, you know, went to college with. I've had, you know, I've worked on jobs with people that I went to college with. And if I, you know, I just have been able to give jobs to people that I worked with in college because I know their work ethic and I trust them. And it's just that part was really, really valuable.
Yeah, that part, I feel like I love like the chosen family that I've built in New York City, but building that brick by brick is hard. You know what I mean? Because
it takes effort.
It takes a lot of effort.
To be in community, you have to be self-sacrificing to a degree.
You have to. And like, I mean, my sister has this amazing group. My sister lives out in LA, and she has an amazing group of friends that like, they've been friends, some of them since like middle school, high school, college, and now they all like have babies and are married. And
cute.
They have this group of friends that is definitely not something I have. Not that I don't have a group. Let me be clear. I have friends.
She's like, well, I'm just alone.
I have friends. Just their group of friends is like something I have never witnessed, where it's like sisters, like they fight like sisters.
Yeah.
And it's like built in to where you can like really make mistakes and like they're gonna catch you, which is like what friendship is.
Absolutely.
But when you're building that in New York City, like, it's not the same as when you go to college with people and you're like automatically friends with someone. Does that make sense?
Because you're forced to, well, especially if you go to theater school, you're forced to be in a room with these people for 8 to 12 hours of the day crying about your deepest traumas.
Yeah.
And like rehearsing and building these characters and bonds and getting to know each other. It's just a much more vulnerable and in-depth process. It's kind of an incubator process.
It's totally an incubator. And it just kind of like builds in like a friend group for you.
Yeah.
That I notice a lot of people in New York have, and I've like really built my group of people. So I'm really proud of myself for that. But that is something that I'm like, if you go to a 4-year university, like you really build that in for yourself, so where it's not one of the things you have to do when you get to New York. You know?
Yeah.
And I did get that within my training program, but I think I'm the only person from my program who lives in the city.
Really?
But there's one other guy who lives in the city who lives in Brooklyn, and we're just like, we used to be really close and we've just grown apart because there's only 2 of us. And then I'm like,
because Brooklyn is far. Sorry, Brooklynites. I often do not have the strength.
Don't have the strength.
Yeah. Today she was like, oh, I thought you lived in Jersey. I was like, girl, no.
Thank God. But I'm like best friends with one of the girls I did the program with.
Yeah.
But she lives in Philly. So
at least it's close.
It is close. We see each other frequently, and we produce together. She's my friend who I produce with, and she's an amazing she's an amazing not background. What am I lying? She's an amazing jazz singer.
All the lies.
Jazz singer. When I was doing Broadway Sings one day, someone was like, well, who are your vocal influences? And
you're like, this magical bitch right here.
And no, I did. I like was answering, and I didn't say her. And then we were doing a show together the next month, and I said in the show, I was like, when people ask me my influences, I don't think I give enough credit to like this amazing woman.
Aww.
Who like, because I was never a jazzy gal.
Really? Because to hear your voice now, I'd be so like, jazz. Oh, so you grew up singing jazz. Yeah.
No, I didn't grow up singing pop. I didn't grow up singing jazz. That has all been since moving to the city when I was 18.
Damn.
And this like new form of self-exploration. But growing up, I was like just skrelting. There was no nuance.
She said, do you want to hear Tomorrow again? You're like, oh, I think I'm great.
No, literally, there was no nuance. Nuance.
There was no nuance.
There was no nuance. There is now, but there was none. There was none.
Oh. Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love.
OMG.
How's your coloring going?
It's good. I finished my one and then followed your. Oh my God, where is she? Oh no, I've lost her, my precious sweet baby angel. Oh, she's right here.
She's really cute.
Should we call it? Should we show off our coloring?
Are we
Or do you want
done?
to finish this coloring? You finish that coloring.
She's like, get out of my house.
No. I'm like, you're good?
You're good?
No.
Great.
OMG.
Wait, this is like, I truly have no idea what I've said. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but that's why I like doing
I
this
hope I
while
have not
color.
said anything.
No, I think I say the more offensive things every time.
Okay, great.
Because I'm just a little bit more abrasive as a person. That's the thing that, like, I used to temper it, and then I was like, no, these are your true thoughts and feelings.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we
yeah.
can't mask this the whole time, and either people are about it or they're not.
I've broken 4 crayons. I'm so sorry.
Girl, it's okay. We have a budget for crayons.
I'm so sorry.
We have got a budget for crayons.
Have I answered all the things you've asked?
Yeah. I mean, you know what we could ask while we finish these last little bits? I wanted to color that brown, and now I'm committed. Well, here we
You
are.
could do brown.
I'm still going to do it brown.
Just color over it.
I'm just going to color it. So of everything, oh yeah, actually it's not bad.
Cute!
It's a little bit, okay.
No, it's good, it's good.
So of everything that you have experienced, let's just minimalize this a bit, because life is so broad. Since being in the city, what would you say you feel is your biggest win?
Okay. I'm going to take a moment to make this succinct. Okay, I have bullet points.
Okay, go.
One big win was booking the cruise ship when I was really young, because it brought me, obviously, a job, money, but also to my partner now of 7 years.
Oh, shut
And it
up!
brought me some of my, like, best friends.
It is sort of like that college experience that you were talking about, because you are literally stuck with these people on a
100%.
floating boat
For a year.
Yeah.
So that is like, that was a big win, I think, in like terms of life for me, not just career, of like, it was, I just gained a lot from that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think another big win is like, obviously I still have a lot to learn, but like navigating mental health this year and like really advocating for myself and getting the help that I needed.
Yeah.
Is like a huge win and like such a sigh of relief, and like being brave enough to like get a diagnosis and like handle those things head on is like such a huge win, obviously in like my personal life, but also like has only helped me so much within my career, you know?
Absolutely.
And winning Cabaret Superstar kind of like came on the tail end of like that for me, which like really felt like like beautiful cherry on top of like, I've worked so hard this summer on myself.
It's like the universe gave you that little pat on the back, like you did good.
Yeah,
kid.
it felt like a little pat on the back of like, you did like this, you did good. Yeah, it really felt like that. And this summer just was like a really big win for me. I just like immersed myself back into classes and in a lot of therapy and like medicating for the first time, like being on SSRIs.
Yeah.
And that just feels like such a huge win. Like over all the things, I'm just like probably most proud of myself for that.
Good for you. And then what would you say is your favorite mistake or loss? Like a lose or a mistake?
Oh, I wrote notes.
Oh, she said this one I did come ready for.
I came ready for all of it, and then I just didn't look at my notes one time the entire time. To be clear, Allison, there was notes taken.
Yes,
okay? And I just didn't look at any of them. But this one I had a hard time answering.
Oh, okay. Next question.
Next question. What I wrote, favorite loss, I wrote, like, every audition not booked. I think, like, has really... Actually, I'm going to tie in both of these things. Favorite loss and favorite mistake. I put every audition not booked for favorite loss, and for favorite mistake, I wrote moving here at 18, LOL. But not actually a mistake.
Yeah.
That's verbatim what I wrote.
Because I think sometimes the things that we think are mistakes, we don't know how this is all going to play out in our choose your own adventure book of life, and it can feel like a mistake, or maybe you did it too soon or whatever, and then you're like, but actually...
Well, I don't want to say... And that's why I said not actually a mistake. And, like, with every audition not booked, like... I think I've just gained a lot of perspective on it where I'm like, these are losses or mistakes, sure, but like they've shaped me into who I am.
Yes.
Like if I could go back, I don't know if I would have done it the same way. I think maybe I would have gone to a 4-year university, but over who I am today, I would choose that again. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I feel like I'm such a scrappy, like hard worker, do it yourself mentality.
Yes, you are.
And I really like, that's something I really love about myself and my work ethic.
I love that you say that.
Yeah, but you know, all of those rejections and all of those like, oh, what else did I write? I wrote moving here at 18, LOL, not a mistake. And then I wrote Renee Rapp, Delusion. You know that interview where they're like, how did you get this fame? She goes,
Delusion.
Like,
you're very Renee Rapp coded, actually.
Thank you. That's a big compliment.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's definitely, like, when I talk about moving here at 18, I'm like, that was delusional. And, like, I don't know if I'd choose it again today, but I'm happy I did because it has, like, turned me into this scrappy little person who, like, works hard for everything she gets. And, like, in terms of auditions and stuff, we talked about, like, there's a group of people who move here and book right away. That wasn't my journey. Yeah. And while that's, like, feels like a big loss, I think it's also a big win and, like, who it has shaped me into.
Well, and you've then turned that into, okay, if you won't cast me, I'm going to cast me. So let me make my own work. Let me find these other avenues that are creatively fulfilling.
Yeah, and I don't know, I think growing up, I'll never forget one time I was in acting class, and it's like our acting for the camera teacher was like, what are your hobbies? And everyone said things, and I was like, I like to sing and act, and I don't do anything else. Something like really pretentious like that. And he was like, you need to get a hobby.
Yeah, you need
or
to
you're going to be really boring. It's like something along those lines. He like read me for filth. I was like 15.
And you're like, well, first of all.
And I was like, aren't we all supposed to be committed to our craft? And
he's like, girl, read a book. I don't know what to
read a book, do something else. And I think that is like a great piece of advice I got of like, if I don't know, like doing other things makes you such a much more interesting person and performer.
And again, it keeps performing or, you know, that brass ring of I'm going to be my big break or whatever from being on a pedestal. It keeps you something to do when you aren't doing that.
It can't be everything. And they can read desperation. They can smell it when you come
before
into a room.
Yeah, when they look at your headshot before you even walk in.
It. And like, I don't know. I just think everything that we've said, we're like, this industry is so unpredictable. Like, there's so many other things for you to dip your toe in and to find joy in.
Yeah.
That, like, are going to keep you sane, you know, and make you more interesting. And I don't know. Yeah, I guess so all those losses have led me to, like, find things I love to do that have nothing to do with theater.
Good on ya.
And, yeah, it's the thing, but it's not everything. Like, we have to have other things that bring us joy.
Yeah.
You know? So those losses have brought me so much.
I love that.
You know?
I love that. Yeah. I do hope when we die that
we've entered a different podcast. I hope
when we die that if we get to take memories with us or like any kind of consciousness with us of the life that we just left, I think it would be so cool because hopefully by then we're like evolved enough that we can look back at all the things that we thought we wanted to do, like a choose your own adventure book where you can. Did you ever sneak a peek at all the other options before you chose your option? Because I was cheeky like that, where you can go back and be like, okay, if I had done 4-year college instead of this, and what would that have looked like? And I think we'll be surprised to find that it doesn't honestly look all that different.
Well, I never would have met my boyfriend, you know, like my boyfriend's British. I never would have met him if I had like gone to school. I never, you know, it's just crazy.
Yeah. I think it would be fascinating to look at it and see how the things that are truly meant for you will come back around. Yeah. Like you would, if he's your, you know, meant to be person, then he would have shown up and it's like, okay, when would we have met and what would that have looked like? Okay, I would have been, I don't know, 22, 23.
Yeah.
I would have met him some random other way. Yeah. You know, like it would look so crazy. And then the stuff that wasn't for us, to see how we dodged it. I think it would be so fascinating if
that would be really fascinating.
We get to look at it and be like, oh, I was so stupid, bitch. Yeah. The number of times I would have been like, yeah. I think that'll be really cool.
Yeah, I don't know. There's still time to have regrets, but I think all those little mistakes and bumps, or at least I've done a really good job at making those mistakes and bumps and like taking them into a lesson. And
you have to. I think if you don't, then they eat you up inside, and that you're also missing an integral part of the human experience, which is to learn from your mistakes, to try things and figure it out.
Yeah. And to like find joy in the bumps.
Absolutely.
If you will.
Well, you know, if you ain't laughing, you're crying, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you have coming up next?
I took notes on that too because I'm so bad at remembering things off the top of my head. Actually, no. I know.
Let's do this.
Okay. So what I have coming up next on December 12th.
Yeah.
I'm at $3 Bill.
Ooh.
With A Sharp.
A Sharp, we love you.
I love you, A Sharp. With A Sharp, they're doing it's like Ariana, Lady Gaga. It's a lot of drag performers.
Oh, this is perfect for you.
And it's like a big drag performance, and then there's like 3 vocalists. And I'm really excited.
Yes.
In true Emily K fashion, I don't know what I'm singing yet, to be honest, and that's kind of on brand for me. So I need to figure that out.
Crap my pants.
I need to figure that out. But that's going to be really fun. I'm really excited about that. And then the next morning, after the show that starts at midnight, the next morning I have sound check at 10 a.m. for... It's going to be great, though. It's going to be great. Vocal health. I know how to do it. It's
there
great.
you go.
I have Broadway Sings Taylor Swift on December 13th.
Do you know what you're singing for that?
Yes.
Is it a surprise?
No.
Oh.
It's like it's kind of like we all have like our songs that we sing.
Okay.
I sing You Belong With Me. It's a big band jazz arrangement of You Belong With Me.
Oh, I love.
It's very fun. And then I do all their background vocals on that day as well. So we have a 2-show day on December 13th. If anyone wants to come.
Yes.
December 13th is also Taylor Swift's birthday.
Oh,
so it's
big deal.
It's a big day. It's a big day at the Broadway Sings family.
Yeah.
And then December 16th, I have Kat Barker's show where I'm singing backup. I don't know where that is. I don't know what venue it's at.
That's fine. We're just going to put a link up for you.
We're going to put a link up, Kat. I'm sorry, but it's on December 16th.
She knows where, she knows when it is. So
I know
she'll
when
figure
it is.
out how to get
Okay,
there. Yeah.
so there's that. And then on, I think, oh wait, now I have to check my notes.
She stays booked and blessed.
Ah! I try to stay busy, you know what I mean?
That's great, though. Yeah.
Wait, where is it? Oh, here it is. Green Room 42.
Yeah.
I have Voices That Raised Us on, I think, like January 5th. And I'm singing a Connie Francis song.
Oh.
Very excited. And then my solo show, TBD.
Yes, her solo show, which she won in season 2 of Cabaret Superstar.
I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. I think I want to aim for March.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
it.
She said, let me get that knocked down in Q1.
Are you so happy that what could have been 1 clip for you is now like 7 because I dragged out saying all my dates?
Yeah.
Do you want me to redo it?
No, because
sure?
I'm going to edit it.
I've been the worst guest she's ever had.
That is absolutely not true. I have not had a single bad guest yet. But there's still time. No, I'm just kidding.
I made her editing job hard.
No. This is going to be great. Are we ready for a reveal?
Yep.
I was going to say, wait, you still have...
It's going to be orange. Because that's the color I picked up.
She said, I'm not worried about it.
I'm not worried. You don't have to always color inside the lines, folks. You've heard it here.
That's right. I'm going to go with my first picture because it's the most ready, and my second picture is not even close.
Wait, can I show both?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Get it ready. You ready?
Okay, this is my I'm going to go with my second picture first.
1, 2, 3.
And then wait, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I love that it's so color saturated.
Isn't this adorable?
Yes.
I love it.
I love it. Now we need to just sign them. But you might need something else to sign it with. Do you think you can get a color over the top of that?
Yeah.
She said, I've got a black pen.
Yeah.
I'll make it work.
Yeah.
What do I want to sign my name in?
Oh my god, it's working.
I don't want to do that. I want to do...
Emily?
Oh my god, you're faster than me. Oh god.
Okay. Should I sign both?
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Okay, so wait, yeah, this is my favorite, this one. Wait, the thumbnail. Wait, yours is so cute.
Thank you.
I
just
love the little
how brightly
ladybugs.
colored yours is. Blue is my favorite color, so I'm obsessed.
I like a blue-green.
Yeah.
A big blue-green gal.
Not blue green gal.
If you can tell. Thanks for having me, Allison.
Of course. Tell the kiddos at home where they can find you.
You can find me everywhere. I mean, just like you look and I'm there. Most of my socials are Emily_KAY14.
Got it.
That's what I am on TikTok and on Instagram. And then I think my YouTube's like Emily K Official or something, but it's all linked in my Instagram.
Okay, perfect.
If you go to my Instagram, Emily_KAY14, I have a link tree. You'll find my website. You'll find my YouTube. You'll find my TikTok. You'll find
her house. No, I'm just kidding.
You'll find my address.
Her social security number.
You won't, but you can try. I know where you live now, though.
That's so creepy. No, I'm just kidding. I trust you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you can find me.
I love it. Well, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
This was so fun.
This was
Okay.
really fun.
That's it for today.
Wait, I did need a single gummy bear.
Oh. There it is. Also, you now have crayon on your face. Perfect.
Do I look beautiful?
Gorgeous.
How much
Never
crayon
better.
are we talking about?
It's like you have some crayon freckles.
Okay. You know what? This is my introduction to the internet.
Crayon freckles and gummy bears. All right, that's it for this particular episode.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Tune in next week. I don't know who the guest will be. We're going to have fun. Bye.
Bye. Wow.
That was it. That was the whole thing.
Oh my God.
You nailed it.
That was exciting. Let me look at my face.